Good afternoon with a capital H. What we focus on expands. You must have heard this. Another one, what they say is more of a what you resist persists. Same kind of theme, same kind of thread. So let's take the first one. What you focus on expands. So most people innocently don't realize that in an attempt to get away from a negative experience, they tend to focus on it more, which makes it bigger, literally in mind. So when we're doing neurolinguistics or NLP, the image gets bigger. The more you focus on something, the bigger it gets, till in the end you can almost like it'll fill the screen. So it'll fill the screen of mind, so nothing else is looked at. In fact, all of the possibilities disappear. And the phrase that is used when people fill the screen by taking something that they don't want and focusing on it and expanding it is to blow things out of proportion. So that's where the words come from. So the linguistics, literally, that is the description of what someone is doing internally with the process on their mental map. So when we focus on something we don't want, it expands. Yeah. What we resist, what persists. So if we don't want to feel something, it will stay there, because the not wanting of something is still the focusing on the thing you don't want. And the more you focus on the thing you don't want, the bigger it gets, the more uncomfortable it gets, until in the end all you really do is exhaust yourself. And people go, well, I got to a certain point and I go, I just give up or I surrender. Yeah. And it's the giving up and the collapsing is very similar to the letting go. It stops bothering you for a little while, maybe go and have a nap or whatever. So this leads me on to the next bit, which is, what do you contemplate during your day? What do you contemplate? What things do you think about? Because all of that thinking, it could be 90% of that thinking, all that thinking is there, but 90% of that thinking, it could be all the things you don't want. How many times are you in your mind complaining or thinking about what it is that you don't want? Oh, I wish I could have a different job. Oh, I didn't really want to get up this morning. Oh, I wish I had more money. All of these things are things that you're contemplating, and you're contemplating them in the direction of what you don't want. So if we go back to the beginning and we say, right, what I focus on expands, what I resist persists. Guess what you're going to get more of if you play the game of focusing on what you don't want unconsciously. So let's say, for instance, now we got someone who comes to see me and they go, oh, I'm worrying all the time, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about that, I'm trying to... What you're watching is someone who is mentally trying to solve life as if life is a problem. Now, are there tasks and things to do in life? Yeah, absolutely. We've all got to do stuff. Yeah, so things happen, we've got to address them, we do something about them. It doesn't have to be turned into a problem, and it certainly doesn't have to be blown out of proportion. So what you could do, if you wanted to play the game of what's the reverse of blowing something out of proportion, well, most people switch over to, oh, we need to do positive thinking. Like, yeah, that's kind of not the game either, really, because positive thinking is an attempt to try and get away from the thing you still don't want. So that tends to not work as well. I'll have a word with myself about what? About focusing on the thing I don't want, which I'm still doing. But I'll have a word with myself to not do that. Yeah, now you're just creating more thinking about the whole process again, right? So really, wouldn't it be good if you could just sit back, put your hand on your body, take a breath, notice where you are, and notice that you're real. You're literally, here I am, I'm real. And breathe. And really feel into the breathing. So if it's relaxed breathing, breathe it. If it's not relaxed, calm it down a little bit. Then notice that the thinking is just thinking. One of the exercises that I do with clients when they can't make the distinction between what's thinking and where they think their thinking is the actual reality is they go, I hold up a real pen and I go, look at the pen. Yeah, I said, great. This is a pen. Yeah, yes. Right, close your eyes. Imagine the pen. So okay, great. Now move the pen to the right, move the pen to the left, move the pen up, move the pen down, make the pen bigger, make the pen see-through or transparent. And they follow the instructions. Then I say, open your eyes. I said, so what did you do? Did you move a pen? And they go, yes. I go, no, you didn't. You moved your imagination. That's what you did. You moved your idea about a pen. And yet we're in our mind doing this all the time. We move in ideas of people around, circumstances, history, future. This is what neurolinguistics is. We are building and constructing a whole reality, and we're treating like this mental reality that we've constructed is actually the physical reality. And really, it's our map of the reality. It's a set of perceptions. It's organized ideas so that we can survive, so that we can thrive. Now, if you get it right and you start to understand that you can edit the map, you get a choice to change your life. If you don't know that you can edit the map and it feels like your thinking is the reality, you get to live in the reality and give up and just say to yourself sort of things like, well, oh, this is just the way it is. See, because that's a lack of understanding of how you're creating the way it is. Because for every idea we have and every emotion we have, we make choices, we make decisions, we feel certain feelings which trigger certain actions, which trigger certain choices, which then trigger certain outcomes, and then those outcomes are what we live in. So if you don't want to live the life you're currently living, it would be really good to discover that you could trigger different choices, different decisions, different behaviors, different emotions. Wouldn't that be an amazing reality to discover, that you actually have free choice to choose what you want, that we can edit these things? So that's my little spiel for today. If you fancy having a little chat about learning some of this stuff and doing our 8-day journey with us for neurolinguistics, which will definitely shake the tree of whatever reality you think you're stuck in. There's no way you're coming out of that with the same reality that you went in with. Then give me a shout, give me a nudge, let's have a chat. No obligation to book anything. Even just the call is enough to set you up for at least a map on what you need to do next. Even if you don't work with me, it doesn't matter. Whoever you work with, you still need to understand the structure of what it is that's going on for you. Okay, and until next time, see you later. Bye.